In this lesson, we're going to have some fun and see how we can playtest this game and discover and fix, hopefully, some bugs. Now, playtesting your game is extremely important, and if you never do that, then you're going to put out a game that people are not going to appreciate. I can pretty much guarantee it. There's going to be a lot of little weird quirks and some things that when you playtest your game you want to look out for is it's not even a glitch in the logic of the game or something like that. It's just if you let your friends playtest a game, which I did this a lot when I was creating this one, there's a lot of things that when they were playing it, it seemed like they just didn't understand. So you should definitely keep an eye out for that, and you have to watch out and see, people just don't quite understand this, so I need to do a tweak here. But anyways, just a quick little talk about that because it's extremely important to not only test it yourself, but let other people test it too. So first things first. His walking speed seems a little bit fast for me. Just a little thing like that. So let's quickly address that right now. So what is his walking speed? Let's go to his character movement script and let's set it down to about 7. I like that better. 7. So remember, because we're playtesting it, it's going to just reset it. So I'm going to go back and hit 7. Alright, and I also wanted to take a look at his jump. I wanted to jump a little bit more. So let's go like 430. And let's see. There we go. I like that better. 430. So I'm just really tweaking little things to start with. We're going to get into some more nitty-gritty stuff coming up here. So I'm going to save it. Alright, so what's next? Alright, so let's go like this. And say, there, he slides a little bit much for me. So I'm going to adjust that a little bit. So let's go to his WrapTucks character. And this is where we're going to play with some rigid body stuff. So right now we're just taking care of the movement. Alright, so rigid body, linear drag, let's set that to be about 1.9. And let's just test that out and see what that gives us. It should give us a little bit more stick to him. Yeah, just a little bit. There, that's feeling better to me. I know it's not much of a difference, but you can play with that more and more as you go. But I'm happy with his movement now. I can get away with that. So what's next? Glitch number 2. Here it was, right here. If you jump into the wall and you're holding the direction, he just stays there. And we can just keep going up and up and up and up. Now, I do admit that's pretty cool. But it ain't going to work for our game here. So how do we fix this? What do we need to do? I'm going to unplay this for now. So what was even happening there? So basically, all those colliders for our level, they were all stored on our main game environment here, background. And this was tagged as ground. So all these colliders that we have, these were saying, oh, this is ground. So as I'm still applying force and he's still colliding with it, it says WrapTucks on the ground. So get out of that jump animation and keep walking. Well, that looks stupid. Okay, so we need to fix that right away. So let's go ahead and let's just remove those colliders that we created for the walls. So remove collider. That was definitely the wrong one to do. So let's remove component. There we go. We got that wall. Remove component. There we go. So now we have no wall colliders anymore. That's also causing another problem that we can fix. So let's go ahead and let's create 2 empty game objects. And I'm just going to say boundary level underscore left. And let's reset its position here. And let's just add another collider to this object so we can get it completely out of that whole grounded thing. So our size and our x-axis, let's shrink that all the way down. Scale it all the way up, and let's just position this. Collider, you know what? I don't like the looks of that, so I'm just going to move its position. Oh, that's even weird too. But anyways, let's go like this, and let's size it up. That should help it. Alright, so now I'm just going to position this to the edge of my level, like I did before. And now I'm just going to duplicate this. And I'm going to move it all the way over to our other side of the level here. And I'm going to just rename it to box collider boundary level right. Alright, so we're back in action here. We have our 2 boundary colliders and they're set up. So now how do we fix that whole collision thing? Because still watch, if we're in here, now I'm still applying force to him that just keeps pressing him into this wall. Although his animation's not triggering back to his walking, it's still the glitch. It's a little bit better, but it's still the glitch. So how do we fix this? Well, first off, let's create a script here. Just a quick little script. Let's go C# script, and I'm just going to call this boundary jump glitch fix so I know what it is. And I'm going to apply it to this game objects here that we just created. So let's do that. If I can find it, boundary jump glitch. And let's go down to here, boundary jump glitch. All right, so here we go. So now we just need to actually fill up the script with some wisdom. Let's go up here and do that, restructuring. All right, so what do we need to do in this script? Well, basically we need to say when our player collides with these objects, what I want to do is I want to disable the character movement script, and then when he is back on the ground, re-enable it. Because when he collides with this wall, I want that character movement script to be disabled so we can't continually apply force to him that pin him up against that wall. And as soon as he's grounded, when he's not colliding with this, then set him back to walking, re-enable that movement. So simply, let's just go like this. Let's go void, let's go on collision stay 2D. So as long as he's staying on that, let's go like this. Collision 2D, other. Because they're both rigid bodies and none of these are triggers, I'm using a collision, just like before. I'm going to say if other.gameObject.tag equals player, and I need to get access to our character movement script right away. Because I also want to say if he is touching it and he's not grounded. If he's grounded, then re-enable that force. Because if he's not pinned up against the wall, he's just going to fall down to the ground. And as soon as he touches the ground, I want to be able to move my character again, right? So let's just create a variable that'll gain access to private character movement script. Character movement. I'm going to be using that for a few different things in this script here. Character movement. Okay. So let's go down here to awake. Okay, so we have that now. So let's just go like this. Let's update this function. If our character is colliding with this and he's not grounded, and character movement dot grounded is false. So let's add that good old exclamation mark there and end that off. Perfect. So if that happens, I simply just want to disable that character movement script. So let's go character movement dot enabled. Oops. Enabled equals false. Cool. All right. And now quickly, very quickly, we have this. I just want to say else. If this is not true, then re-enable the movement. So let's go character movement true. Okay. Perfect. So let's just say if WT collides with wall in air, disable movement so he is not pinned. Okay. And then here, simply, if he is grounded or not colliding, then re-enable movement. All right, awesome. Okay, so that's all we need to do for that script. Just a quick little script there. And now let's quickly test this out and make sure we're all in action here. So let's go like this. Okay, so I'm colliding with it, but I'm grounded, so it's all good. There we go. So if I jump, it just disables that. So I'm not just pinned up against it until I hit the ground. Just like that. So that takes care of that whole jumping glitch. Glitch number 3. All right, so notice here. Notice this. Watch this. WrapTuck character. Let's get on into his player state. I don't want to be so overwhelmed with all these scripts. Player health. Watch this. If I go like so, player health, 2. Oh, my power up kicked in. Good job. Look at this. 3 or 0. -1. -2. -3. Shouldn't I be dead by now? Yes, I should. So let's go here. Yay. Okay. So we need to actually set it so he can die. Not die. Let's just say go to the hospital. All right. So let's get this working. Very, very simple thing to do. All we need to say is if his health goes down to 0, then restart the game quickly. So let's go to our player state script, and let's go to our update, and let's just say if player health is equal to 0. Let's call upon that application dot load level 0. Simple and done. Let's just say if our health is none, then restart game. Cool, cool, cool. So let's see how this works. Let's go on here. I'm WrapTuck. I'm about to lose, and game restarts. Simple as that. Done deal. Glitch number 4. Okay, let's move on here. Our dagger. I noticed this right away here. What do we do about this? Let's go like so. When we collect our dagger and we throw it, let's just throw it at the wall. Oh, look at that. It sticks into the wall. Well, that's weird. Look at this. Sticks into our dagger. I don't want that. So let's go back to our dagger prefab and update its script just a little bit. Let's go to our game art. Let's go dagger prefab. And let's open up this dagger. So let's go like this. I want a void update, actually. So let's go like so. Void update. Okay, so what do we want to have happen? So basically what I want to have happen is when our dagger detects a collision with any game object with a specific tag that I'll just say obstacle, then it will also disappear. So let's do that right away. Let's go void on collision enter 2D. I'm going to say collision 2D other. And let's go down here and let's just say if other dot game object dot tag is equal to, just say obstacle. All right, what do we want to do? Let's destroy this dagger. Let's go destroy game object. Simply put, okay, so let's just comment this beast out here. Let's say if our dagger collides with obstacle, remove. Okay, so that's all been updated now. So what do we need to do here? Oh, void cannot be used in this context. Void update. Oh, sorry, my mistake. For some reason, I thought that had to be an update, but we do not need an update at all. Okay, save that out. We're good to go. My mistake. All right, so let's close this off and clean this up. Beautiful. And now we need to get this diamond full. I called it obstacle. So let's create that tag. Let's say obstacle. Good, spelled it right. All right, so let's select this and let's apply that tag to our diamond. And let's also apply it to these boundaries here, obstacles. All right, so we've just done it to both. Perfect. All right, so now let's test this thing out here. All right, so here we are. Let's collect a dagger. And let's just try the wall. Boom, deletes. Now let's try this diamond. Okay, that did not work. Diamond break system. I see. This is because it's not a collider, it is a trigger. So now let's just go like this, quick and easy. On collision enter obstacle, yes. Okay, so let's just copy this and let's just simply trigger on trigger enter 2D, and then I'll just change this to collider 2D. Okay, that'll do it for us. I promise. Okay, so let's just quickly make sure of this. Let's grab ourselves a good old dagger. Boom, it's done. Awesome. Let's zoom back out here. We have this whole key collection system is messed. So if we look at this, It's not really working out for me. First of all, I'm getting stuck here, and I'm not collecting. Oh, now look at this. Oh, look at it. I collected, and I've won. What the heck just happened? That is not what my game is supposed to be like. So let's fix this right about now. Let's go key collect. Let's, what can we do here? Well, first and foremost, let's just disable this box collider and just see what happens. My walk back, I triggered it, but that's okay. So there we go. I've walked into it. Now nothing happens. That's good. Walked into it again. It's still not unlocked because that collider is disabled. Great. So that's what we need to do. So how do we do this? Well, first and foremost, I'm just going to uncheck it, save it, so my game starts without that. And now what I need to do here is I'm going to set it so when I hit the dagger and reveal the key, then I will enable this. And I'm also going to enable it as a trigger, not something that just stops me in place. Okay, so let's get this working. It's pretty simple. Let's go, let's open up, let's find the script we need, diamond break system. Let's get in here. Okay, crack 2, can collect key right here, perfect. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to go up here and create a variable to store that rigid body, that collider, sorry. Then we can enable it once we reach the point where it is revealed visually. Okay, so let's go here and let's just go like this. Private collider 2D. And what do we call this one? We want this to be our key collider collect. That'll do. All right, so let's go like so. Let's go down here and let's call upon this. All right, so let's move on down here now. And let's go like so. Let's go can collect key is true. And then let's go collect key collider collect dot collider 2D dot enabled equals true. And this will enable our key collider when we reveal it. Okay, so that should take care of some business here. All right, so let's go to our key collect and let's test this out. So let's go and hit play. You can see that's not active. And when we walk, cool, that's how we want it to be. All right, so let's go. Let's collect some daggers here. And let's toss them into this thing. Okay, and it should enable on the next hit here. Awesome. All right, so now it's visible and we can see it. So now I've collected it and we have our game working. I'm getting this error message. What is this saying? The game object has been destroyed, but you're still trying to access it. Your script should either check if it is null or you should not destroy the object. So our diamond switch is trying to enable these functions once we've hit it all, but it's been destroyed as soon as we collect it, so there's nothing to reference to this object anymore. So that's going to be a problem for our script. So let's just try something here. Let's go like this. What are we using for our case here? Hit count. Hit count equals 0. All right, and let's just save this. So as soon as it goes through all this, it does all this, it'll just set it so it's not on this case anymore. It's just doing this. Do you have your key yet? It's just going to ask you that question. And it won't be referencing that anymore. All right, so let's see what happens when we fix this up here. So let's reveal our key. Let's collect this thing. All right, cool. Let's time it out with the axe. Okay, I've got my key. All is well. I don't have that error message anymore, and we're good to go. So that's playtesting and glitch fixing your game. Now, we fixed a lot of little weird issues in the game so far. You always want to make your game as rock solid as possible. So make sure to save it and test and test and test. So now, we've made it through. This game is fully functioning from start to end. It's time to kind of move on to a different aspect of your game, the more visual part, and how we can start setting up visual user interface cues. We're going to move on to the next module, and we're going to start to get into some user interface. So I look forward to seeing you in the next module. Have fun.